From 3 recorded words that cost him $40 million to federal outrage over what happened on the Super Bowl stage, starting with Carliz De La Cruz, whose voice became a goldmine without her permission. In 2015, Bad Bunny was still Benito, a college kid from Puerto Rico with big dreams. His girlfriend at the time, Carliz De La Cruz, recorded a simple voice memo, "Bad Bunny baby." 3 words, that's it. Years later, that clip became the signature intro tag on 2 of his biggest songs, Pa T from 2017 and 2016 from 2022. Combined, they've been streamed hundreds of millions of times, but Carliz says she never gave proper permission.
Bad Bunny getting sued by his ex-girlfriend for $40 million. Carliz De La Cruz Hernandez says that's her voice in the singer's Pa T, and now she wants Benito to pay up.
In March 2023, she filed a lawsuit in Puerto Rico for at least $40 million, claiming Bad Bunny and his team used her voice without consent or fair compensation. According to court documents, his team eventually offered her around $2,000 to sign away the rights, but she refused. The lawsuit cites image rights, moral rights, and emotional distress. Carliz claims that phrase has followed her everywhere, that strangers recognize her voice in public, and that it's affected her mental health. Legal experts didn't hold back. One lawyer told CNBC, "This is your former girlfriend. Pay her whatever it takes." How is he going to use her voice for years and offer her $2K? That's embarrassing. As of early 2026, the case is still unresolved, a multi-million-dollar shadow hanging over one of the biggest careers in music. But while Carliz was fighting him in court, another woman was being pulled into the mess, except this time, she hadn't done anything wrong at all. Missy Elliott didn't ask to be part of any of this. Sapphire is one of Bad Bunny's most beloved tracks, running about 6 minutes and known for its wild structure and beat changes. The song shifts through multiple rhythms, and one of those samples was Missy Elliott's "Get Your Freak On." In 2020, it was briefly pulled from Spotify over sample issues. Later, Joel joked in an interview that he, Bad Bunny, Randy, and Yengo Flow each got just 1% of the royalties, while Missy Elliott got everything. Fans ran with it. They flooded Missy's social media, accusing her of stealing from Latin artists, calling her greedy, and worse. Missy had to step in herself. She tweeted that she only receives about 25% of the royalties and that more than 15 writers and samples are credited on the track.
That being said, Bad Bunny and Missy Elliott are probably getting the greater percentage of royalties from this song. Every other artist that was involved some way, shape, or form is getting 1 to 6% of royalties from the song.
But the damage was done. A black woman artist became the target of an online mob because Bad Bunny's collaborators were careless about how they talked about money and credit. The whole thing painted his camp as sloppy, insensitive, and willing to let someone else take the heat for their mistakes. Missy had to defend herself on Twitter because their team caused the problem. That's wild. From someone else paying for his team's mistakes to Bad Bunny openly deciding to make someone else look small on the biggest stage in music. In April 2023, Bad Bunny headlines Coachella. The set is massive, a celebration of Latin music on one of the world's biggest stages. During his performance of El Apagón, a tweet-style message appeared on the screen behind him that read, "Goodnight Benito could do as it was, but Harry could never do El Apagón." Because Harry's house had beaten Un Verano Sin Ti at the Grammys not long before, a lot of people took it as a jab at Harry Styles. The reaction picked up quickly online, especially since Bad Bunny had previously sung As It Was on Carpool Karaoke and seemed completely at ease about it. His team later said he hadn't approved the message, and the production company accepted responsibility. The text was removed for the second weekend of Coachella. To address the controversy, a public apology message appeared during his second weekend performance. "Sorry, Harry. It was a mistake from my team. We love you." By that point, though, screenshots were already circulating online, and the debate had taken on a life of its own. Harry never publicly responded, but his fans certainly did. This is so weird and insecure. He's still mad about losing the Grammys. Harry didn't even respond, and that says everything. And while he was busy taking shots at Harry Styles, his own fan base was starting to question who exactly he was becoming. In early 2023, Kendall and Bad Bunny started being seen together more and more, whether it was out at night in Los Angeles or at Coachella. It didn't take long for people to start talking. Some brushed it off as a PR move, while others accused Kendall and the Kardashians of chasing clout and borrowing from cultures when it suits them.
Aside from Kendall Jenner getting dragged by the entire internet for dating the one and only Bad Bunny, his ex-girlfriend is now stepping into the picture as well to take revenge on Bad Bunny and sue him for $40 million. And y'all, things are just falling apart between the two.
The relationship seemed to go back and forth, with reports of a split in December 2023, a reconciliation in April 2024, and another breakup by September. Through all of it, many of his longtime fans never fully bought into it. Then, in July 2025, he posted a relaxed summer photo dump titled Lunas. In one of the slides, he wore a green cap that read, "Stop dating people who don't get your music." The comments lit up within minutes. Babe La Kendall doesn't even speak Spanish to understand your music. Not him throwing shade at Kendall. He never said her name. He didn't have to, but it's not just his love life that divides people. For years, his identity itself has been the controversy. In 2020, Bad Bunny released the music video for Yo Perreo Sola. He appeared in multiple drag looks with feminist and anti-harassment messages like Ni Una Menos and Las Mujeres Mandan flashing on screen. On The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon, he wore a skirt and a shirt that read, "Mataron a Alexa, no a un hombre con falda," which means they killed Alexa, not a man in a skirt, as a tribute to Alexa Negron Luciano, a trans woman who had been killed. Progressive fans celebrated him as a feminist ally, someone using his platform to challenge toxic masculinity and defend queer lives. But not everyone loved it. Conservative commentators and some Latinx audiences mocked him, and fellow trap artist Annual AA was accused of posting a disparaging Instagram story about Bad Bunny playing Transformers, a term many interpreted as a slur against trans people, before he later denied having written it. Religious and conspiracy-minded critics went further, accusing him of being satanic or linked to the Illuminati, pointing to phrases like La Nueva Religión and symbolic imagery in his videos as supposed evidence. The reality is that Yo Perreo Sola is widely understood as a song about consent, women's autonomy in nightlife spaces, and solidarity with feminist and queer struggles, but for some, that is exactly the problem. Bad Bunny became a lightning rod. To many, he is a progressive icon. To others, he represents a threat to traditional values. But at least those conspiracy theories were just words. What happened next was Bad Bunny creating his own controversy in broad daylight. In late December 2022, Bad Bunny is walking through La Romana in the Dominican Republic. A fan approaches with her phone out, clearly trying to grab a quick selfie. He gives a small smile, takes the phone out of her hand, and tosses it away toward the water. The video goes viral within hours. He was smiling and making it seem like it was okay for her to be there. Then all of a sudden, he feels disrespected. After this incident, Bad Bunny went on Twitter and ended his post with the hashtag, which is basically mean I don't give a f. He deleted the tweet days later after backlash, but the attitude stuck, and instead of letting it go, he doubled down in his music. On Nadi Sabe, he raps, "You're not my real fan, that's why I threw your phone." He really just said she wasn't a real fan instead of apologizing. This man went from being authentic and of the people to just another arrogant superstar. Spanish language outlets covering the fallout noted sharp drops in his US Spotify chart positions in the days that followed. Moscow Mule down 61 spots, Neverita down 60, Ojitos Lindos down 47. Thousands of fans publicly said they were done streaming him.
He felt disrespected, so he just acted on it, right?
I mean, come on, like.
But it is kind of shocking in a sense where it's like he could have not taken her phone and thrown it. He could have told her, you know, you did get off of me, bitch. You get too close. Get the f up off me, bitch.
Shortly after, he made his Instagram account private, deleted the defending tweet, and changed his Twitter bio to a cryptic message interpreted as him distancing himself from the discourse. He went from being authentic and of the people to just another conceited artist. Sad. But for a lot of fans, the man who built his career on being of the people had just shown the world he was willing to destroy a fan's property on camera, then blame her for it. But nothing, not the lawsuits, not the phone, prepared anyone for what happened at Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara. On February 9th, 2026, more than 100 million people are watching when Bad Bunny steps onto the halftime stage, and within moments, it's clear he isn't interested in playing it safe. Instead of going the usual halftime route, he turns the field into something that looks like a sugarcane farm. Around him are performers playing migrant workers, street vendors, nail techs, everyday people you don't normally see centered at the Super Bowl. The screens fill with flags from across the Americas, and he does the whole set in Spanish and holding that choice from start to finish without softening it for a broader audience. He closes by spiking a football onto the stage, written across it, "Together, we are America." The backlash started before the broadcast even ended. Trump posted that the performance was absolutely terrible, one of the worst ever and a slap in the face to our country, complaining that nobody understands a word this guy is saying. Committee calling for an immediate federal investigation into the NFL and NBC, claiming the show featured sexually explicit lyrical themes, explicit displays of gay sexual acts, and suggesting Bad Bunny may have broken federal broadcast indecency laws, even though most of the lyrics were in Spanish. This is what happens when you perform at the Super Bowl in a political firestorm. The counter reactions were just as loud. Logan Paul, not exactly known for his progressive politics, publicly pushed back, reminding critics that Puerto Ricans are American citizens. Spotify data showed Bad Bunny sitting at roughly 85 million monthly listeners globally. The boycott hadn't touched him. But whether you loved it or hated it, nobody was neutral. He had just turned the Super Bowl halftime stage into the most polarizing political statement in the event's history.